What's up, YouTube? This is your girl KYP561. I'm coming in today to talk to you on this rainy Monday about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. So it shows all of the girls are back from Puerto Rico, and the show starts out with Greg coming to pick Nene up from the airport. And so we see her tiptoeing out, sliding around in them damn shoes that apparently she can't walk in. So we see her sliding, tiptoeing, and gliding and shit to get in the car at the airport with Greg. So, of course, he's asking her, how was the trip? Did you have a good time? As if he don't already damn know, because I'm sure she was in some contact with him while she was there. But anyway, I guess for the sake of the cameras, they got to relive this shit. So she starts telling him the PG-13 version of what happened. And as she's explaining to him, what had happened on the trip, especially when it got between the part between her and Claudia, she starts talking about some shit. I didn't even know what the fuck she was talking about. She gonna talk about some shit about Claudia wanted some damn champagne, and Kenya gave her some champagne that she had already been drinking out of. So Nene was like, oh hell no, let me order this girl some champagne. Like, Nene, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? So anyway, Nene has to throw Kenya in there some type of way. Like, she just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? But child, whatever, Nene, we on to your shit. So anyway, she goes talking about, and I don't know what happened, and somehow I ended up asking her if she had a brain. Nene, stop your shit, okay? Like, what do you mean that somehow you don't know what happened? Bitch, that shit don't even make no sense. And Greg makes me so mad because he don't call Nene to the carpet on her shit. You know what I'm saying? He sits there and he just validates her in her bullshit, and then he was like, and then she went to telling him, what she said about, I heard, I just so happened to mention that I heard that she had slept with a lot of guys. No, bitch, that's not what you said. What you said was, Hollywood don't want your ass because you done fucked everybody in Hollywood. Everybody in Hollywood that had you. You were speaking as if you knew this shit for a fact. You weren't speaking as though this is just, something that you may have heard through the grapevine or whatever. Nene, stop it. God damn. I was like, bitch, I wish I was there so I could just push your ass out this fucking car. Like, the lies you fucking tell. You know what I'm saying? So you got Greg. Oh, well, I thought you left Nene at home. Bitch, Greg, your wife went to Puerto Rico and showed her ass. Y'all have been together for well over 20 years. You know that motherfucker went and showed her ass. You already know that. So I don't know why you put, you handle this bitch with baby glove. Well, I do know why, but that's for another day. But anyway, so she go on with her little bullshit, and these girls, they just bring such negative energy, and they do bring negative energy because they bring your ass. That's why they bring negative energy. The fucking trip would be fine if your ass don't always want to show up somewhere and divide shit down the middle, because you have to be in charge of some shit. You know what I'm saying? So you pick out the ones that you can run over, and everybody else that does have a brain, you claim that they on the other side, and somebody got to be controlling them because they ain't on your side. Nene, bitch, you too old for that. You too old for that. So anyway, that was them on they little ride home or whatever. Nene trying to get him some old bullshit version of what happened. So then we got Cynthia. Of course, she's talking to Peter, and her sister Mal was there or whatever. And she's giving them blow by blow what happened. Who said this and who said that, and then she said this, and this and that, and just giving them the blow by blow. You know what I'm saying? So Mal, was kind of looking like, that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that goddamn Peter was hanging off of Cynthia's every word, honey. You could tell in his eyes that in the back of his mind he was saying, damn, I wish I would have been there. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Peter, we know that shit would have been right up your damn alley. You know what I'm saying? So then when Cynthia went to saying how basically Claudia stood up to Nene and pretty much handed her ass on the trip. Peter was like, yeah, I like her. I like anybody that'll stand up to a bully, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So then Mal was like, oh, you do? Well, why don't you like me? You know what I'm saying? So apparently they still got their little issues there, but I don't think neither one of them like each other, but I do think that they have come to the point to where they can tolerate each other for the sake of Cynthia. And I think that's a good thing. I mean, if it works for them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever. So Peter was pretty much like, you don't be standing up to no bully. You just be being nosy, you know what I'm saying, and not minding your business, basically. So, they hurried up and got off of that because, that shit could have went real wrong real fast. So they, both of them, they pretty much, ended it with a little kiki, and that was the end of that. So then you have Candy and Todd. They went to go see Dr. Jackie because Candy says that she's been off of her birth control now for a year and she has not gotten pregnant. So I think she's already gone and did her test or whatever she needs to do to make sure that everything is okay with her. So they came to see Dr. Jackie for Todd, to make sure that everything is all right with his sperm count and whatever. So Dr. Jackie, she hands him a little cup or whatever. He go off in the back, jack off, and whatever. So once that was over, Dr. Jackie was like, okay, we'll take this to the lab and whatever. But in the meantime, she gave them some tips on what they could be doing, to increase their chances of conceiving. So, she went to telling him, about you have to lessen your alcohol consumption and you have to wear boxers or whatever. And I'm hoping that he ain't walking around wearing full drawers like Tidy White is. I hope that that's not what he's wearing now. If he, he's probably wearing like the little boxer briefs or whatever. But yeah, so anyway, so she told him that he needs to start wearing boxers to give his balls some some breathing room, and basically told Candy, bitch, you need to watch your damn weight. She also told Todd that he needs to lower his alcohol consumption. So just some little tips or whatever, some things that they themselves can change up, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that was pretty good knowledge for anyone that's looking to have kids or whatever. It's always good to have a doctor on the show, to give you some tips, because that is a situation that's an issue that a lot of women are going through. They want to have kids, and for whatever reason, they're not conceiving as fast as they think they should be. Okay, so then we go to who do we go to next? Okay, then we got Cynthia. She's they're getting prepared for Sports One's grand opening, which is either in North Carolina or South Carolina. I can't remember which one they said, but she wants to put together a little road trip with her and the girls. So she gets Kenya on the phone, tells Kenya. So Kenya say, okay, yeah, I'm down. Claudia's down. Phaedra was saying something about she wasn't sure, but per their phone conversation, she seemed like she was interested. And of course, Nene just flat out wasn't invited. They didn't mention anything about Demetria, I don't think, but either way, she wasn't coming. So that was that. And so they putting together their little trip or whatever. So then we roll over to Phaedra. She's in her office and she's on the phone with Derek J. She's giving him an update on the case that he has going on with the lady that said that he tried to steal her hair. So that's just crazy. So anyway, Phaedra was giving him a follow-up about what all she's done and this and that and the other, and telling him he needs to get her proof or whatever that his clientele has gone down since this case came out or whatever. So they just trying to get their case together or whatever for whenever they have to go to court. So she gets off the phone with him. Her mom comes in and just asking her how she's doing and this and that and the other. So she tell her mama that she see that they have given Apollo his date for him to turn himself in so he could be transported to whatever jail he's gonna be going to. I think he in Kentucky. But anyway, so the mama's asking her, how do you feel about that? And Phaedra trying to trump up some feeling, because I really don't think Phaedra give a damn. I think Phaedra was ready for Apollo to leave so that she can start her life without him. I that's what I get from her, And so she was asking her about the kids or whatever. She was like, I don't know how I'm gonna break it to them and tell them that their father was there. And then she gets to her damn confessional, and she goes on to talk about how women have raised children by themselves. They've been doing it for a long time, which, yes, we all know that. However, children need a positive male role model, somebody that's positive and, that's going to teach them the right things to do and this and that and that and the other. Phaedra, you married your husband fresh out of prison. What was a role model about him? Because you said that you had children because you wanted to be a mother. So you knowingly had children with an ex-con. What had he done for you to think that he was some type of role model or would be a good role model for you to have children with? Phaedra, what? Girl, you get on my fucking nerves. Like, you're such a fucking hypocrite. Oh, you fucking piss me off. Like, you want to give these fucking I have a dream speeches, okay, and you want to always talk about role models and this and that and that and the other. Well, bitch, you have done the absolute opposite of every fucking thing in which you speak. Phaedra, just stop it. Just stop it. Because girl, every time I see you on my TV, my fucking face just scrounges up. Because you be doing too damn much, girl. You just do too damn much. So anyway, you got Apollo. He's actually with his kids. I think he said he went and picked them up from school or something. So he got them at an ice cream shop. So, he talking to the little boy, and he's pretty much trying to fill him out because Phaedra's sitting up here talking about she don't know how she's going to tell Aiden and this and that and the other. Now, any other time you brag on how smart and intelligent Aiden is and how much beyond his years, he is and this and that and the other. Why the fuck can't you find a way to tell this child that his daddy is not going to be around? You know what I'm saying? Apollo was doing a better goddamn job than you, because it seemed to me like you weren't even trying to touch on the damn subject. So you could tell that Apollo was trying to feel Aiden out, to see which way he could approach him to tell him that he's not going to be around. And Aiden is intelligent. He is. And so, he asked Aiden, he was like, what happens to you when you do something bad? And Aiden was like, I get in trouble. He was like, well, what happens to mommy and daddy if we do something bad, And he said something about, you gotta be there for a long time or something, he said. So, Apollo was like, beware. And he was like, in time out. So Apollo was like, well, you don't have to be there forever, but you may have to be there for a little while. So I like the way that conversation was going. Because of course you don't have to tell the little boy, I was stealing people money and, and I got caught and I'm going to jail. Of course you don't have to give him the details, but you do need to make him aware that it may be a while that you don't see me, because you don't know if Phaedra going to bring these kids up there to see you or whatever. And I really don't think she is. I would really be surprised if she brought those kids to that prison to see Apollo. I really would be surprised, because I don't see, because she always talking about my good name. I don't think you know this, but your name ain't all that good, okay? Your name is mud to some people, okay? But, child, whatever, honey. If that's what make you sleep, that will help you sleep at night. Go ahead and roll with it. So, anyway, I think that was that. So, then Phaedra is back talking to her mama, and she pretty much tells her mom that her and Nene have gotten closer. I guess for whatever reason, child, she went to Nene. I don't know if she went to Nene or if Nene reached out to her. Nene probably did reach out to her, but she was saying that, Nene has given her some good advice on, because Nene has been through a divorce. I don't know what the hell that got to do with Apollo's situation, but whatever. So she was like, she's giving me some good tips on things to do with the kids. Nene, you giving people advice on how to handle their children? All right, I ain't even gonna touch that, but y'all know where I'm going. So anyway, then let me see. Oh, Aiden also says that he wants his dad to be home. And he says that he's sad when his dad is not there or whatever. So it was kind of touching. I don't think that if you have a parent that's involved in a child's life, my heart goes out when they are no longer able to be a part of that child's life, and a child is really too young to understand why. You know what I'm saying? They may know why because of what you've told them, but they don't really understand. And then in the time that the parent could be away, you don't want someone coming in and tainting that child's feelings about the parent that's gone away. You know what I'm saying? So my heart goes out to the kids on that one. So then we go back over here to Candy's house, and she calls Riley and I don't know what Todd's daughter named Kayla. She calls both of them downstairs or whatever, and she's telling them she wants them to help her clean out the cabinets or whatever, because she needs to get rid of some things and start putting some more healthier things in or whatever. And she says that she wants to have she's trying to have a baby or whatever. Kayla seems like she's here for it. That goddamn Riley. If Riley should have been Mama Joy's child, okay? Because she is Mama Joy's all day long, okay? Come to find out, her and Kayla have not been bonding. Kayla says that, she has pretty much tried to initiate conversations with Riley, and Riley, with her stank ass attitude, she just ain't here for it. She say Riley stay in the room all the time. She was like, I'm always out in the living room. She was like, I've asked her, to go places or whatever, and she just shoots her down. Riley just got old stank ass attitude like Mama Joyce. I mean, what can you do about it? You know what I'm saying? Okay, and do y'all really believe that Riley is 11 years old? Because I ain't falling for it. I'm just not falling for it. Okay, nothing about Riley. Well, when you hear her talk and some of the shit that she says, okay, yeah, you be like, okay, yeah, she might be a child. But bitch, I'm sorry, Riley is at least 16 years old. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't know if Candy wants to try and hide the fact that she might have been young when she had Riley. I don't know what the fuck she got going on, but I am not in no way gonna believe that child is no damn 11 years old. She bigger than every goddamn body in the house. Like, y'all need to try again on that one, because I ain't with it. I'm not with it. All right, so we finally have they get ready for the road trip. Kenya shows up to Cynthia's house or whatever, and Cynthia got all these damn clothes and shit. So then Cynthia was like, well, I just bought some extra stuff, because Claudia might need it or whatever. Now, just like Claudia said, I mean, I know I ain't the best dressed, but I know I don't be out just looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with that. Claudia, no, you're not the best dressed. You know what I'm saying? However, you don't look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the shit that you wear, no, I wouldn't wear it, but it's not hideous. You know what I'm saying? It's not hideous. You just don't know how to put stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine, because everybody is not high fashion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't high fashion like that. And that's okay. So anyway, child, you got Cynthia talking about, it's going to be a lot of men here at the bar one, and if it's one thing I know how to do, I know how to get a man, and this and that and the other. Okay, well, Cynthia, yeah, we know that you dress down. Okay, we know that you look cute. We know you know how to fix it up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But it's going to take a little bit more than that. You could get the man on that, but it's gonna take a lot more to keep the man. Okay, so let's not be so high school when you're talking about shit like that. It just seems that whole thing it just seemed like I didn't like that. I mean, it was nothing really wrong with it, but it just irritated me in a way. So anyway, Claudia shows up. you know, and they talking to Kiki and haha, so they finally leave or whatever. So then Kenya asked who all is coming. So when Phaedra's name came up, Cynthia was like, well, I'm not sure if she's coming, so let me call her. So she calls her or whatever. Child, Phaedra, once again. Phaedra, you just come off phony and as a liar. You know what I'm saying? You said, you said she had a dentist appointment. And from the way that I'm looking at it, from the expressions on the people's face that was in the truck or whatever, this was either after dentist hours or this was on a weekend when they know damn well you ain't going to no motherfucking dentist, okay? And then after that, you talking about you going to Bible study. I agree with Kenya. Hang up the motherfucking phone. Yes, I was so here for Kenya hanging up that damn phone, because that's exactly what I would have done. Hung up the fucking phone, because bitch, you full of shit. Girl, I don't have time for you and your shit. So then, and then they show, like, they went to a commercial, and then they show, you know how they showed a little snippet in between or whatever. I guess it was Todd's birthday, and they had all went out, and then Candy surprised him with a new Corvette or whatever. So, you know, he was happy, but it seemed to me like Candy wanted him to be jumping for joy or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like she wanted him to be kissing her feet or something, because apparently he didn't give her the reaction that she wanted. And so she was like, he better be happy if I take this damn car back. I said, okay, yeah, I see what type of bitch you is. You know, you got more money than him, so you want to pretty much, that's how you want to control him, with your money. But I really don't think that Todd is in it for the money, because it's too much trouble. You know what I'm saying? He got to deal with your crazy ass mama. He got to deal with your half crazy ass daughter. You know what I'm saying? If he was in it for the money, he would be looking for an easy lick. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no easy lick. So I really don't think that he's in it for that. So anyway, back to Cynthia and them. They on this road trip. Which I think they said it was supposed to take 2 or 3 hours or something. I don't know. But child, these motherfuckers is stopping at the Chick-fil-A. They stopping at the gas station. Needless to say, by the time they got to the hotel, they were already 3 hours late for the party. Okay. So they in there giggling and shit. You know, they gotta get dressed and this and that and the other. So Peter, he called Cynthia and was like, where y'all at? And she was like, we just got here, we got to get dressed or whatever. And Peter was like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? You got to get dressed. You know, it's people here that I wanted you to meet, and they leaving. You know, don't nobody want to be sitting around here no 3 or 4 hours and da-da-da-da. So I guess, you know, who knows what he really said to her on that phone, because all of a sudden Cynthia was like, fuck y'all hoes, I'm out of here. That bitch ain't put on none of the shit she had planned on wearing. That bitch don't even look like she did her hair. She threw a goddamn hat on, got in a cab, okay, and hauled ass down there to the bar one, okay. So who knows what the fuck Peter said to her on that phone. Now we know what we saw, but who knows what happened in the meantime, in between time. So anyway, over here to bar one or whatever, we see Cordell pulling up or whatever, because apparently he's a partner, which I don't think that he's necessarily a partner. I think that he may be an investor, because it was clear that he had never seen this place. Like, he had never been to the spot. He didn't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? Peter had to show him around or whatever. So I've come to the conclusion, Peter, you have absolutely no money. Okay. Now you're saying that it made sense for you to bring in Cordell, because, you know, of his history, being a football player or whatever. So it made sense. No, that don't make sense. It would have made sense if you were opening this bar in Pittsburgh, where he played football at. It would have made sense if you did that. But you done opened up somewhere in the Carolinas that ain't got shit to do with Cordell. No, you needed Cordell's money. That's what you needed. You needed his money. So he's an investor, okay? And then you went over here to Cynthia, because you done tried many ventures where you wanted Cynthia to be an investor, but you didn't want Cynthia to have no say-so. So you done ran that shit dry. So now you had to step it up and actually make her a partner. So, you know, you were willing to, you know, oh, fuck it, I just have to listen to what this motherfucker got to say. You probably still gonna do what you want to do anyway, but in order for you to get the money, you just had to do what you had to do. So yeah, Peter, I don't think you have no money, and I think that this was your way of getting this place open. I mean, it seemed like it was pretty cool or whatever, but child, Peter, like I said, it's always some shit with you. It's always some shit with you. So after that, we have Kenya and Claudia show up. Okay, and kind of find out, Claudia already knew Cordell. She said that they met like maybe 15 years ago or whatever. So they were already acquaintances or whatever. So now, had I not heard some of the rumors about Cordell, and had I not seen him on the previous seasons to see how he can clean out, I would have thought that him and Claudia actually look nice together. However, under the circumstances, no, Claudia, I don't think you need to be fucked up with Cordell in that way. I understand that you and Portia not friends. I 100% understand that. Kenya, you just need to stay out of it, because they're already looking to put you as the head master of that little crew over there. So you just, I wouldn't want to be associated with that. If they did decide to hook up, I wouldn't want to have no parts of that. I wouldn't want my name to be anywhere in that, because it's not going to be about Claudia hooking up with Cordell. It's going to be about Kenya hooking Claudia up with Cordell. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit's gonna turn into. And Kenya, I do think that you was doing the most. I know that you were enjoying it, because I was enjoying you enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see nothing good coming out of that. If they would have met on their own under different circumstances, I really wouldn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But this is just too close for comfort. You know what I'm saying? Even though him and Portia are divorced or whatever, and people are free to date who they want to date, it's just some things that I just wouldn't touch. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they did look mighty comfortable together. I wouldn't be surprised if they ain't already fucked around. You know what I'm saying? Back in his football days or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised, because they was doing a little too much of skinny and damn grinning for me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they exchanged information or whatever, I guess phone numbers and stuff like that. And it was kind of cute. You could tell Claudia was a little lit, because she was like, don't be calling my phone, breathing all hard in the phone, little shit like that, getting a little kiki or whatever. That's fine. But like I said, this shit ain't gonna, it's not gonna end well. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. So, let me see. Child, Peter, let me get on your ass real quick. Okay, so when all of them was sitting at the table, Kenya, Peter, Cynthia, Claudia, and Cordell, they was all sitting at the table, whatever. And, it was obvious that it was a little chemistry between them two, Claudia and Cordell. Peter was like, oh, yeah, we going to have to see what we can do about this. Like, she is so cute. She is just so cute. But the way he was looking all dreamy-eyed at Claudia, and I was like, wait a minute. So that draws me back to what I was getting ready to say at the beginning of this video. When Cynthia was first telling Peter and Mallory about the exchange that was going on between Nene and Claudia, Peter was like, yeah, I like her. I like her. I like anybody that'll stand up to a bully. When he made that little spiel or whatever. I said right then, I was like, oh, you like Claudia, huh? But I'm always side-eyeing. I'm always extra sometimes when it comes to that. But then when we get to the end, and when he was all dreamy-eyed and looking at her and telling her, he ain't talking to what his name, Cordell. He ain't telling him how cute Claudia is. He's telling Claudia how cute she is, honey. He done turned. He facing her, and you could tell he had a couple drinks in it, but still, that ain't got shit to do with nothing, okay? And so I guess Cynthia peeped it too, because she was like, all right, now she ain't that damn cute. I said, bitch, I know that's right, because bitch, let my husband ever. I mean, I'm not saying you can't pay a bitch a compliment, okay? And that's crazy to think that people don't pay people of the opposite sex compliments, because I see fine men all the time, okay? I see fine men all the time, and I'm sure my husband see fine women. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with speaking on that, but I think Peter, you had done lost yourself in the moment, honey. That was too funny to me. But yeah, child, I was like, okay. So then, like I said, they exchange their information or whatever, and then they go, they separate way or whatever. Then you come over here to Kenya, child. Kenya was just loving it. She was loving every moment of it. Leave it up to her. She done got Cordell and Claudia married all damn ready. You know what I'm saying? So this episode, of course, I knew it was not going to be too much of nothing. They got to have their filler episodes or whatever to drag you along. I am looking forward to next week to see the exchange between Portia and Claudia and see what's going on with that. So that's pretty much all I got. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and also tell a friend. So until the next time, YouTube, be safe. Peace.